everyone, welcome to Math Wizards 123. In this live stream we're going to take a look at ratio tables and figure out how we can find the missing numbers across the table. So this is take 3 on my ratio tables live stream. So I'll give it a second to see who's in the room with me. Just do a quick wave once you get here. And if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, I'm going to get started on this problem. And we're just going to use this ratio that they're giving us. And then using this ratio, we can take a look at, well, how am I going to find an equivalent ratio using the one that they're giving me? So I'm going to set up 20 over 16 over here. And then set it up next to this next ratio here with the missing number. So we have 10 on the bottom. And there's a few ways you can try to solve this, but one quick way is to just use cross products. So I can go across the two ratios and see what the products are. So 10 times 20, that makes, let's see over here, 200. And then the cross product going this way would be the same product if they are equivalent or proportional to each other. So now all I have to do is divide 200 by 16. So I can set that up in the doghouse and divide to find out what the answer is. So we have 1 times 16, you subtract and get 4, carry down the 0, and now I have 40. So I can do two groups of 16, would make 32. And then when I subtract, I get 8. So I'm not quite done subtracting. What we can do is just add a decimal point here. I need to carry that up into my answer and then continue dividing by adding another 0 here. So if I pull this down, now I'm dividing 80 into groups of, how many groups of 16 can I make? So, and then the answer to that is 5. 5 times 16 is 80. So the missing number here is 12.5. And then taking a look at the next, let's see here. I have a 24 on the top over here. Okay, now I can see you guys. I had to wait a little bit until the stream popped up with all of you. So hi everybody. Looks like I can see Olivia. Hi Olivia. Jaden's here. Alice. I think that's Maria. And Lexi. Hi you guys. Thanks for stopping by to practice a little bit more. I'm going to move to the next number on the table and just check out how this can work out if I want to find out what the missing number is for the next ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the same ratio, the original one they gave us. So 20 over 16, and then I'll set that up with the 24 over here on the top, and then we have a missing number down below. But again, I can just go ahead and use cross products. So if I multiply 16 times 24, what do you get if you multiply the 16 times the 24? 16 times 24. So you might need to set that up. I bet a couple of you can do it in your head. Maybe. That's a tricky one, and that's a little bit bigger. So good job. 384, I see that 3 times. So I'm going to set that here. 384. That means this number times 20 also would be 384. So all I need to do is set this up and divide. 384 divided by the 24 is going to help us to find the missing number. So one group of 24 can come out. Go ahead and do your division and see what you come up to here. So I do my subtraction and then I get, let's see, did I just do that right? 24, 14. I'm going to let you guys do the division on this one and see what you get. I'm going right into the 38 here, so that's where I got the 1 from. Or what did I do? Did I go, oh, you're right, it is 20. Thanks, guys. That helps. That brings me an 8 right here. I was thinking there was something funny going on. Sorry about that. It's 20, 384 divided by 20. Who gave me that idea? That was Lexi. Thanks, Lexi. Okay, so this is a funny looking 8 right here, but we have an 18 left over, and then if I pull the 4 down, how many times can 20? I'm just watching you guys here. How many times can 20 go into 184? I know 2 times 9 is 18. So if I'm looking at the front numbers right here. Yeah, good job, Lexi. You caught that one. If I'm looking at the front numbers, 9 times 2 is 18 plus the 0 right there in my fancy looking 20. And then when I subtract, I get 4 left over down here. But again, we can pop a decimal at the end, and then we can pop a decimal here and add a 0 to carry down so that we can keep dividing. So now I have 40 divided by the 20. How many times does that go in? Yeah, good job, Jaden. 2 times. So 2 times 20 makes 40. So I've got 19 and 2 tenths right there. All right, sorry about the mess on that one. Let's try to straighten this one out a little better. Let's try to figure out what the missing number here is under the 15. And I'm just going to set it. I'm going to keep the same ratio that they started with. Now, if I wanted, I could try this one or this one, but because these are decimals, that might get a little trickier with the multiplying and the dividing. So I'm just going to set this up with the 20 over 16. So again, you can use your cross products. Hi, Roxy. You're with Jaden. See if you can figure out what 16 times 15 is. 16 times 15, and then that will give me my product for the other side. 16 times 15. 240. I see 240 twice. I will take it. 240. So then if I divide 240 by the 20, it'll give me the other factor over here. So 240, if you need to, you can set it up like this. Divided by 20. And then how many times does that go into 24? Good job, you guys. I see a lot of 240s there. I see 12. Does anyone agree with 12? Yeah, Alice, I would start with a 1, that's for sure. And go like this, subtract, but then we have to carry down the 0. So I'm thinking 2 times 20 is 40 for a 12 down here. Awesome. All right, great job. Thanks for helping me with that one, especially on this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take a look at another ratio table. This one, we've got a little larger number over here, but let's see if we can still solve it using the same strategy. I'm going to start with the ratio that they're giving me. So if you want to set that up, I'll come over here. 15 over 75, or 15 for every 75. Let's go ahead with the one right next to it. I'll take the 70 and see if we can figure this one out. So this is going to get a little bigger here, but we can still use the multiplication to figure out that product. And once we have it, then we can divide by the 75. I know these are a little larger numbers than the last stream we did. But if you're careful with the multiplying and the dividing, you could still find the right answer. Because if I look at this table, it's going from a large number to a smaller number to a bigger number. So it's not going exactly like evenly in order. Well, some ratio tables will go like 2, 4, 6, 8, and you can find the pattern. Okay, Alice figured it out. 1050. I hope you all agree with that. 1050. I'm going to set that in here. And then we have the product for this side. So 1,050 we have to divide by 75 now. So I'll give you guys a minute to take care of that. And we'll see if we agree on the final answer for this one. 1,050. How many groups of 75 did you pull from that? You guys are doing a great job. I know these are larger numbers today. So I would be going right into the 105 to start off. And then once you subtract that, what are you going to come up with? You really have to figure out how many groups of 75 comes out of 300. And I'm seeing a 14. 14 once, twice, 3 times. I think somebody had a 15. Let's double check. 4 times 75. That makes 20. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 2 more. Makes 30. So 14 is our missing number on that one. Good try, Maria. You were really close. But we've got 14 as the final answer for this one. So that's our missing number here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out this one with the 50. And I'm going to keep the 15 and the 75 here. 15 for every 75. And then we'll put the 50 down below. So that gives us a 15 times 50. So if you really look at this, you could figure out what 5 times 15 is and then pop a 0 on the end of your answer if you want to find it faster. So just pop that on your paper. 5 times 15, or if you can do that in your head, that's even better. And then pop a 0 at the end for your answer. And what do you get? 750. Jaden has it. 750. Good job. So this is going to be easy. Look at this one. Now we have 750 divided by 75. Can you do that one in your head? How many groups of 75? Or what would I need to multiply by 75 to get this answer right here with a 0 on the end? I see a 10 once. Great job, you guys. 10, 10, 10. It's a 10. Okay, awesome. All right, so the last one is the biggest number, and we're going to check this out. So we're still going to use 15 over 75, and the 135 is on the bottom. So this time I'm multiplying 15 times 135. So I'll give you a minute to check that out. See if you can figure out what the product would be for 15 times 135. You're doing a great job on this table. Now sometimes you can look across the table and see if there's patterns using either addition or multiplication that's moving across the table. Sometimes we can pair 2 ratios together to see how did I get from this number to this number, and then do the same thing on the top. But this strategy works pretty much. It'll give you the right answer every single time. If you got 2,025, you are correct. So you were very close over there. Good job, Olivia. 2,025 is it. So now if you grab that, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side here. 2,025. And then we have to divide that by 75. So there's a little bit of division there. So you can just come back up. Are we still buffering, or are we okay? Looks like we're okay now, I think. Hello. Are we back? Okay, I think we're back. It started buffering on my end, so. All right, let's see, what do you have? Olivia has 27. Alice has 27. Do I see 27 a third time? It looks like, I think Lexi agrees with it. 27. Good job, you guys. That's the final one on there. Awesome. Okay, that was a lot of work. So now what I'm going to do is when I lift this up, I'm going to give you guys a song. Once you hear the song start to play, then go ahead and solve, and then the first person who types in the 3 missing numbers first gets 5 tickets into the raffle for this month, and then second place gets 3 tickets, and then third place, whoever's third on the line, will get an extra ticket into the raffle. So I'm going to start the song, and then we'll lift it up and see who can find all 3 missing numbers the fastest. Here we go. Just remember to wait until you have all 3 numbers before you type it in. Oh, that was fast. Wow, I already see 2 possible answers. I see 763 and an 84, 763 and 189. Check over your last number to make sure you want to keep that. I'm going to wait until I see 3 people have all 3 missing numbers before I announce the final. Okay, Jaden, 763.84. That's okay, you got time. I see 2 up on the board right now, so keep trying, Lexi. Keep going and see if you can figure it out. Almost there. Keep trying. I'm going to give you a hint right now. You got the first number right, 7 for every 6. 63 right here. I just need to see what you think the last number is on this one. This was tricky, I know. Let me ask Alice, when you multiplied these 2 numbers, what did you get for the product on that one? I see Olivia was 763.84. 763.84. Jaden, 763.84. So I see 3 people with the same answers. Lexi, I think it's 84. Did you come to that when you calculated it? And then Alice, tell me what you got when you multiplied 21 times the 72. What was your, because this will help Lexi to finish it off and make sure that she's dividing with the right number. Or Olivia, you can tell me too. What did you get when you multiplied 21 times 72? 21 times 72. You got 1512 right here. 1,512. And so then you would be dividing the 1,512 divided by, because that's going to be over here as well, divided by 18. Okay, Olivia, do you agree with that one? Did you get a cross product of 1,512 when you did your multiplying? Okay, because the final answer on this one is 84. So we have 3 winners right there. First one up, Alice, or for 5 tickets. Great job. And then the next one I saw, Jaden in second place. Congratulations. And then great job, Olivia, 3rd place. That's awesome. This was a tricky one on this table. So good job, everybody. I hope you had fun, and tune in again next Wednesday. I don't usually do Thursdays, but I wanted to throw out a little bit more practice for this week. So if you want, then you're saying you and Roxy? Yeah, I'm going by whoever's in the stream, whoever is. Oh, I see what you're saying. Were you working together on it? They did go fast, didn't they? That's okay. You can keep dividing until you get to those final 3 numbers. Don't give up. Okay, Jaden, I'll talk to you tomorrow in class and find out if you guys were both working it out on paper together. Okay, great job. And if you want to just throw a quick wave goodbye to your friends before I sign off, and then we'll see you again here next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Bye, guys.